Hey guys, how you doing? This is Juan with Liberty Graphic Designs. If you're having problems reclaiming your screens, don't go anywhere. We're going to show you how to reclaim your screen. Okay, so lately I've been having people email me. Not a lot. I think it's been like 3 people emailing me with the same problem that they're having. As a matter of fact, there was a post that somebody left on one of my videos, and it's from Vlad Pierre. Is that how to say it? Vlad. Let's call him Vlad. Okay. It says, I reclaimed a screen perfectly a month ago. Did the same exact procedure today, but some emotion still not coming off the screen. What could this be? So I'm gonna try to replicate exactly what you're going through, and I'm gonna show you how to reclaim them. So there's different things that's gonna affect the emotion on your screen. One is post-exposing, and what I mean by post-exposing is once you put an image on your screen, and I have a screen, I have a couple of screens. I have 2 of them. I'm trying to make, I'm trying to replicate the problem that you're having. So once you expose a screen, in this case, this is one of my shirts. Once you expose it, and wash it out, if you take it out in the sun or you put it back on your exposure unit to harden the screen, that's called post-exposing. I do this on the sun like for an hour. This screen, it's about a year and a half old. I have 2 of them. I have 2 of them here. So I put them in my the dip tank, and they've been sitting in the dip tank for about 5 to 10 minutes. You don't need a dip tank if you don't have one. You don't need one. You can spray the regular emulsion straight onto the screen. But anyways, the chemicals that you use to clean the screens, like for example, when you put ink on them and you gotta, like say for example, change the ink color, whatever chemicals you're using to clean that ink off can also affect the emulsion, making it harder for it to reclaim. So I'm gonna show you the chemicals that I use for reclaiming my screens. This is probably the best emulsion remover I've used thus far. See if I can get it to focus. There you go. Gemzyme, all the way right there, by CCI. So this is the emulsion that I use. This is a concentrated emulsion. Just so you know, I have a big dip tank, fill it up with water and put 1 gallon of emulsion remover in the dip tank, and that's good for about almost a year. And the emulsion cost me about 35 bucks. So for those of you that have dip tanks, don't be spending all that extra money on expensive chemicals, because when you guys fill up your dip tank, it's costing you $150 plus. I'm spending 35 bucks a year on reclaiming my screens. Anyways, so and the other stuff that I'm gonna be using, that you're gonna see me using in this video, is gonna be another product by CCI, and it's called the pink stuff. It's kind of hard for it to what do you call it, to focus right there, the pink stuff. This is another stuff that I use. And last but not least, if I can find it, here's another one. This is the 3rd chemical that I'm going to use, and this is just regular hand cleaner. Can we get it to focus? There you go, hand cleaner. That's the other chemical I'm going to be using in this video, and water. So to reclaim your screen, as you can see, I let the actual emulsion dry on the screen. When you let the emulsion dry on the screen, you can forget about that screen. Once the emulsion dries on your screen, the screen is almost impossible to reclaim. But I let it dry on the screen on purpose, just to make it to replicate the problems that you're having. So let me take this tape off. And again, these screens are about a year and a half old. And what I mean by that is that that image has been in there for a year and a half. So, okay, when you're using a power washer, make sure that your power washer is at least 1600 psi. I'm using one from Lowe's. It's 1600 psi. If you're having problems reclaiming your screens, that could also be one of the problems. A regular water hose is not going to do anything. Watch. So it doesn't matter how close you get a water hose, or in this case a water gun, or whatever you call this, it's not going to do anything to the screen, because even though you can put the whole freaking gallon of motion remover in there, and this will not clean your screen properly. So you need a power washer that is at least 1600 psi. You can do with 1500 psi. But if you have something that's like 2500 or 35 or 28, 2700 psi, something like that will remove any emotion that you still have on your screen. So let me show you. Wash my hands because that stuff is very slippery. Okay, so let me show you. Hopefully, again, I can replicate the problems that you're having. Okay, so I'm gonna try to stay away from the view of the camera so I don't block anything. And again, I'm gonna try to wash it out, and hopefully we can replicate the problems that you're having. Okay, so this one did actually pretty good, though I can still see some emotion right there. I don't know if you can see it. They might even showing you. Yeah, so there's still some emotion right there, and that's the problem that you're having, right? So if we flip it over, you should be able to get rid of most of that emotion. Okay, so usually when you wash it from the back side of the screen, you will get rid of most of the, or all the emotion. In this case, I don't know how good you can tell on the video, but you can still see some emotion right there. I can still see the old, what do you call it, the old graphics that used to be in here. So I'm gonna get rid of, not rid of, but I'm gonna put that one aside. And I wanna try to do this second one. Okay, so I don't use tape anymore for that reason, is because it's taking me longer to get all the tape out of there. I just used Emulsion. And also, just so you know, I'm holding the tip of the wand about 1.5 inches from the screen. Okay, so on this one, I was able to take most of the emulsion out. Again, you shouldn't be having this much trouble getting rid of the emulsion. Cool. Okay, so this one did really good. Actually, both of them did really good. Really good. But if you notice right there, where are we at? So if you notice right there, there's a little spot right here. Let me see if you can see my hand through the other side. Yeah, right here, there's this little spot. And that is really stubborn. It won't come off. So now let me show you. You see how dirty this screen is, right? So now we're gonna try to get rid of all that stuff. Now what I'm gonna be using is the pink stuff. So get a scrub pad and put a generous amount, about that much. If my camera can focus correctly, right there. So you want to get about that much. This is the pink stuff. And apply it all over the screen. And this is where I use the hand cleaner. So I just spray a little bit of hand cleaner. And scrub both sides, front and back. Okay, so once you apply the pink stuff and the hand cleaner, set it aside for about 5 to 10 minutes, but make sure it lays flat. So I'm gonna put that on the rack, and I'm gonna get this one too. Okay, so now that I applied the pink stuff in the hand cleaner, again, I'm gonna set it aside for about 5 to 10 minutes. One thing that you have to be careful with, these screens right here with the red, what do you call it, with the red adhesive, they're very crappy. If you get too much of this stuff on top of that frame, if you get a lot of that, you know, the pink stuff and the hand cleaner on top of the frame, that stuff is so strong it'll actually remove the adhesive and you'll have the screen will come off. Let me show you on one of them it came off. So this is one of the ones I was washing today. It just completely came off. So be careful, don't add too much of the pink stuff on the frame. So I'm gonna set this one aside. The stuff is very slippery. Okay, so we're gonna set it aside for about 5 minutes, and let me show you the time. Oh, freaking camera won't. This camera won't focus. There you go. It's 10:18 a.m. So we're gonna come back at about 10:25. Okay, so we're gonna come back at about 10:25. That's about 7 minutes. And then we're gonna wash those two screens out and we're gonna see how well they can get, you know, clean. So as you can see, that's all the only 3 chemicals I use is the pink stuff, the hand cleaner, and you can get all this stuff at gsg.com. I'm not getting any kickbacks, just so you know. This is just for your information. So hand cleaner. Hey, if you guys don't feel comfortable using the chemicals that I'm using, you don't have to use them. I'm not claiming to have the best chemicals to be reclaiming screens. I am not by all means. I'm claiming that what I'm using works. So if you don't feel comfortable using hand cleaner on your screens, don't use it. If you don't feel comfortable or you don't like CCI, there's people out there that don't like CCI chemicals. Don't use them. Use whatever works best for you. But this is what has worked for me, and this is what I've been using. So when it comes to reclaiming your screens, do not cut any corners. This emulsion remover, Genzyme, is probably the best emulsion remover that I've ever used in the past. If you guys are using strippers, like for example, emulsion remover stripper, the powder one, that one sucks. I mean, it sucks, and it's expensive too. For the amount of money that you're gonna be spending on something like that, you can get one of these gallons. Again, this is concentrated. I don't know the ratio. But yeah, this stuff is concentrated. Like I said, I don't know how many gallons I have in my dip tank, but I can put 8 screens in my dip tank, so it's pretty big. Again, I don't know how many gallons I got in there. I want to say about 50 gallons to one of these. So again, don't cut any corners when you're reclaiming your screens, because the cleaner your screen, the better your image is going to be. So don't cut any corners. Your regular, what do you call it? So your regular degreaser, trust me, is not going to do the work or the job. It's just not going to work when it comes to reclaiming your screens. You can degrease your screens all day long, but it will not clean the screen properly. I'm not saying don't use it. I mean, you can use this stuff, but it's just not going to take out the extra, what do you call it, the emulsion that is left behind. So don't cut corners when it comes to cleaning your screens. Let me see what time it is. So it's 10:21. I said we were going to come back at 10:25. I'm actually going to cut it short just so I can show you this thing pretty quick. So just so I can show you how good that stuff works. Again, it's only been there for 3 minutes. So now let's see what it'll do. gonna wash my hands. And before I go any farther, I'm gonna show you again, so you don't say I'm doing tricks or anything. 10:22. Okay, so that will be 4 minutes. So there you go. The emulsion is completely gone. The everything, the screen, it's like super clean. You can still see like a little ghosting of the artwork that I used to have on this screen before, but that's not gonna affect anything. That's just a little stain from water-based inks. Water-based inks, they tend to stain your screens. They won't affect anything. It doesn't affect anything at all. So I'm gonna show you the clock again. This is just so you know that I'm not making any tricks, okay? Come on, focus. 10:24, and I'm gonna watch the second screen. This is the one that still had some emotion on it. Now, if you guys get the pink stuff, it's gonna say to wash from the bottom up. Really? No, you can wash from whatever you want. I always wash the edges. And the reason why I do that is so when I'm washing, when I hit that frame, my water doesn't splash back, so that way I'll only stay within the center of the screen. I'm gonna stop right here. I haven't even washed the back side of it, and the screen is completely clean already. I haven't done the back side, so that's just so you know how well the stuff works. So there you go. Now the screen is completely, that thing is spotless. Look at that. I mean, it's clean. And now I'm gonna show you the time again, so you can see how long it took us. This camera doesn't focus. There you go. 10:26. So when I put the screens away, it was 10:18. So that's 8 minutes. And the screen is completely clean. So now all I gotta do is let it dry or dry with a towel, and then apply emulsion, and we're back in business. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it for this video. I'm gonna throw a little disclaimer, and yet again, let me show you the time. Let me turn this off. Okay, so let me show you the time. It won't focus. 10:27. So it's 10:27. It took us about 15 minutes, let's say 20 minutes to reclaim 2 screens. And that's because I was making the video. So if you're having problems reclaiming your screens, you can use, like I said, these chemicals. If you don't feel comfortable using these chemicals, you don't have to use them. I'm just saying, this is what has worked for me the best. So the pink stuff, and let me, like I said, I'm gonna throw a little disclaimer in there. I do not get any kickbacks from CCI. Trust me, these guys don't even know I exist. Neither TextCam, so for that matter. So this is just a video that I made because of the post that you guys or the questions that you guys are asking me. That's why I'm making this video. Not that I'm getting a kickback from GSG, from River City Graphics. I don't think you can get the stuff through River City Graphics, but from anybody, I'm not getting any kickbacks from anybody, period. This is a video just to help you guys out. Again, so when it comes to reclaiming your screens, get the best emotion remover that you can get. And this, I mean, this stuff, for me, it has worked the best. Again, I am not claiming like other people on YouTube claim that they have the best quote-unquote stuff to reclaim screens, and they don't even know crap about screen printing. I'm not claiming that I have the best stuff. I'm just claiming that the stuff that I have works. So again, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you found the tips in this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. But if you did like what you saw in this video, please subscribe and ding the bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. If you just want to subscribe to the channel and don't want to be notified, just subscribe to the channel and don't ding the bell. That way YouTube won't be bugging you whenever I upload or decide to do something with YouTube. But it's a pleasure making these videos for you guys. If you have any problems with anything that has to do with screen printing, let me know, and we can make a video like this one. If you have any questions, drop me a comment on the comments below. And thank you for watching this video. It's a pleasure like always. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, hey, thumbs down. So thank you guys. I will catch you on the next one. See you later. Bye bye now.